Brian Lewerke under center. Connor Heyward offsets the eye to the right.
This is 3rd and goal. 2 seconds on the play clock. Lewerke, ball fake. He's going to throw it. It's complete.
Touchdown, MSU. Connor Heyward will play a lot of football before he's through at MSU. Out of Duluth, Georgia. The son of the late, great Ironhead Heyward.
Growing up, I would always hear people say, oh, Ironhead this, Ironhead that, talking about my dad. They always talked about how hard he hit and how physical a player he was, but also how agile he was and how elusive he was for a guy that weighed 260, sometimes 300 plus, running the ball. As I grew up, I watched more and more highlights of my dad. It's crazy. He could catch, run, block, do everything. As a kid, I was always with my dad. It was always good vibes whenever he was around. I'd be in the gas station with him, barbershop. It did not matter. He'd be like, give me 20 push-ups. I'd get on the floor, 20 push-ups. He'd like, give me one-arm push-ups. I'm doing one-arm push-ups. He's throwing Skittles and stuff, rolling Gatorades across the court.
He would just light up a room no matter what kind of situation he was in. Obviously, if he was in a wheelchair or standing at the moment. So he was more of like a best friend.
I was pregnant with Connor when his dad had his initial tumor. And so he only knew his father not playing football, where the other two, Craig was gone a lot. So Connor spent a lot of time with his dad.
So when he left, it was kind of hard. I was young, I was 7, so I knew what was going on, but as I continued to get older, it kind of hit me.
That was pretty hard for us, and obviously we grew up and some things you can't control, and obviously we're just kind of living his legacy.
Connor had several dads in his community that stepped in, and they were still his surrogate fathers, but he lost 2 in this past year, and that has been very hard for him.
One of my closest father figures, Tony Jones, he just passed this year on my birthday, actually. He was just everything, like treated me like his own. I slept over their house every Friday for our games, played on Saturday mornings, and whatever I needed, he always made sure I had it. But it's something that, is still hard on me today. Because he was young. My dad was young when he passed him. My dad was 39. You just want to, hug your loved ones and just, be there for them, and not knowing they're there is just tough and something that I'm just trying to get over. Sometimes it's hard to open up to people and show that side of, who you really are and what you're going through.
We are a close family. We're a very diverse family. And the boys are like 5 years apart. Connor is the youngest of my crew. He loved to play sports since he was a baby. Like, he never wanted to play with toys. He always wanted to have a ball in his hand. And he was a naturally great athlete. Connor just loved football, but they were never pushed into athletics at all. Never.
Connor was probably the best athlete because obviously growing up with us and us kind of being, I guess, more experienced than most kids at that age. And so he was hanging out with our friends, and there was times where I had Connor go away, but there was times where I'm like, Connor, you might have to be on my team. Playing against one of my either teammates or even a friend of mine, where I'm like, Connor's kind of better than them.
I always thought college football was for me. It's in my blood, and from 7 years old to now, I just was blessed with a lot of ability.
With all of my children, they all had different recruiting processes. And the one constant I've always said to all of them is, if you were hurt, would you still want to be here? Are there majors here that you want to get your degree in? Because that's what's most important. And is this a community that you feel that you can live in if you're not playing? Connor came to East Lansing and he loved it, and he felt like he could make that his college home and become a Spartan. I think it's just really important because you never know what can happen during your collegiate career. And there's more to life than your sport.
My sophomore year was when I kind of got on the scene and people kind of heard about me a little bit.
Inside the 5,
Year 3, I was named the starter. Had an okay game against Tulsa. We ended up winning. The next game I didn't start, and I was still playing a good bit, but I was kind of questioning a lot of things. I kind of checked out mentally, and I entered the portal. I stayed enrolled here. My plan was to graduate early and end up transferring, so I was taking visits the whole year.
I think that was a tough period for him because he didn't want to leave. In a lot of our situations in our family, we just give it to God. And even though we were talking to other teams and going to visit teams, I just thought his chapter's not over there. And I didn't know how it was going to end up.
Being away from football, it was just super hard just to even get out of bed and even want to talk to people sometimes, because whenever I talk to somebody, oh, where are you going to school? Where are you going? And I had a lot of schools reach out to me, but you want to make sure that next spot is the best spot. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. So that was something that was in the back of my head, and I always kind of played the role of, oh, it's all going to work out. Like, my girlfriend would be like, you good? I would just try to play super chill because I didn't want her to see that it was bothering me, but that kind of took a toll on me. People don't understand how mental health is, so serious. Like, I was in a really low part of my life.
During that transfer portal time, that was hard. When I saw him after, I was like, oh my gosh, you're huge. But that's where he was finding peace through food and not working out consistently, the way you do with your team. And he missed his teammates. He really missed his teammates.
Cameron Heyward is our older brother, and he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he was invited, it might have been his second or third time for the Pro Bowl. We all get down there, everybody's flying in as a family, there to support Cameron. I can tell Connor put a little bit of extra weight on, but obviously I hate as myself stepping on the scale. Sometimes I refuse to look on the scale. When you look good, you feel good, you play good. And obviously, as a brother, I feel like I just had to say something. I was like, Connor, what are you doing?
We don't shy away from anyone, especially me. When I'm one-on-one with any of them, I never try to embarrass them, but I'm going to tell you like it is, because that's the real world. And I was just like, you're fat. You need to get this together. Like, I don't know what is going on, but you've got to get this together. If you're going to stay, if you're going to leave, you got to work on this. It was a time of reflection upon himself because nobody could do it but him.
The following week, I went to go take a college visit. And when I got on that scale, it was eye-opening, and I'm grateful my brother checked me and, kept it real with me. After Coach D left, Coach Tuck and I had a really good conversation, and I just felt like my heart was still here, and I wanted to be a Spartan.
I told him that I would love for him to be a part of the team and that he had a clean slate. I knew about him from, my time in recruiting. He's got an outstanding pedigree. I felt very good about welcoming him back to the team.
I'm glad that my teammates took me back underneath their wing and embraced me. Knowing that they wanted me, it meant a lot to me because I felt like I had to earn everything again.
We had a conversation this summer too. What's your role? Because he had graduated and there was opportunities to leave as a grad transfer. And he said, I trust Coach Tucker and his coaches. I want to stay. I want to be here. And I said, good.
Not a lot of kids get to go to college, let alone play college football or any college sport. So just being able to have Michigan State and being able to embrace this and not taking it for granted every day.
He is just elated. And it's not about him, it's about the team. And I really, truly appreciate that. He's getting excited about his blocks. And I used to get excited about his dad's blocks. Like, I'd be yelling in the stands, like, good block, baby. And other people would be looking like she's yelling for a block. But blocks help your team. It's team effort. And I think he's really appreciating that. And he's just trusting the process that, when they need him, he'll be there.
Matt Allen out and over the football. Play fakes to Kenneth. End around, right to left.
Reed looking for a block in front, getting to the edge, getting to the goal line. Touchdown, MSU.
Connor Heyward's block. He took two guys. He finessed him right around the edge. I mean, that was beautiful. Cleared the way for Jaden Reed.
You have to go through some things to grow. And even while he was going through it, I'm trying to think, okay, this is a learning experience. This is a learning experience, because you're going to be in a job where everything's not going to go your way, but you're going to have to learn to get up and still go to work. The positive outcomes when you can just rely on your inner self and know that you can get through some hurdles and obstacles, and things aren't just going to come to you, and you got to stretch yourself. But he's just excited, so this is good for him. This is really good for him, and it's going to make him a better person.
It's all about helping the team and doing what the team needs, because I want to go out on the bang and I want to win my last year.